So next up, we're going to check out Martincitopants. I'm going to butcher his name regardless. Sorry about that. Kerbal Scuffed Program 2. Jeb is dead, and we killed him. This is still kind of freaking me out that a game similar to this, or this game itself, is helping to train NASA. So I'm just going to be looking at this and going, there is a non-standard chance that someone watching this is going like, yeah, I remember when my first rocket blew up. As they're sitting in NASA saying this, there is a non-zero chance that is a real thing. Jeb.
Hello again. Bill here.
Oh, Bill.
Today, we're back in JSP, ready and willing to send our brave Kerbonauts off to almost certain death.
Ooh,
again.
More fancy than
in
last
this
time.
episode of our space
Wait, are we taking off with planes? Oh, that's new.
catastrophe journey, we're taking another step towards the stars and going to the other planets in our own solar.
Also, Taryn, I apparently missed something. Oh, MMI. Actually, yeah, I did miss one. According to one of the donations I missed from MI9152. By the way, part 1 and 2 of Kerbal Space Program are the slow and normal ones. Parts 3 and 4 are the ones where things get interesting. I'm sorry. This is the slow and... I remember the first half. That was the normal one? Okay. Yeah. How crazy does this get?
system. Hey there. In case you forgot,
Uh,
our glorious, patriotic, and ethically dubious space program has one goal. Reach another star system.
I don't know what I'm even looking at. It looks like someone decided, hey, what would happen if we strapped a rocket on a rocket with the side of a rocket with more rockets, and the boosters were also firing off as if they're weaponized? I didn't know you had PvP in this game, but that's what this looks like. They just invented PvP in a game that did not have PvP.
Patriotic and ethically dubious space program has one goal.
And almost like if you had more room, you would have landed.
Star system, land on its exoplanet, plant a flag, and return.
Monkey.
Great sacrifices have been made in this pursuit, and a great many more will surely come.
Wheels.
So what happened in the last episode?
Actually, if it's only rockets, are you allowed to go into alternate launch platforms, such as mass drivers? Not sure how effective it would be, but it'd definitely be interesting.
Well, we flew our first mission, almost got to orbit, actually got to orbit, told Kevin off for being a terrible student.
Damn, Kevin.
Yeah, you heard me.
It's always the
Went
Kevins.
on a boring trip around the moon, and then did a solid moon landing.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, and Jeb died.
Again.
Rest in peace. It's okay though, because we have a replacement pilot, Valentina Kermit. Like the video if you think Valentina will live out a long and illustrious career.
Oh, she survived this far. I'm always surprised. And apparently later parts of this series use mods. Oh
in
god.
the Bean Space Program. To achieve our ambitious goals, we've loaded the game up with mods.
Oh, we're already into the mods now. Microsoft PowerPoint be like, how hard is this working on your PC already for that many simulations? Also, Josh1, thank you very much for being a member for 25 months. God damn. That's awesome. It doesn't just look like that considering this is KSP. That's probably exactly what it was. Oh. Oh.
Creating a buggy, unstable, and feature-packed mess of a game. In this video, we're going to go and create some surface bases on the planets in our solar system. We'll sprinkle a couple on Duna and Eve, maybe some around the local gas giant Joule.
How much bigger do the mods make this game? Because this is going from just getting to orbit to you're basically just playing a better version of Starfield. I know what I said.
And finally, one on the furthest out planet, Elu. So what have we done since the last video? Well, a few things, all within the Kerbin system.
Ooh.
We sent Valentina to Kerbin's other moon, Minmus. We went to the moon a couple more times. And we also, maybe, could have, possibly, killed all the remaining Kerbals.
Wait, what?
That didn't take long. Valentina died in a tragic time acceleration accident while trying to get back into her capsule.
Time acceleration? Oh. Time warp. So they were actually speeding up and then they died in the process.
On the moon. Bob
Dead.
also died in a tragic time acceleration accident while trying to land on the moon. Oh! My fuck! And Bill died after taking this terrible affront to God for a high-speed test drive. Oh.
Okay, that happened. So you can also just make rocket cars. Got it. Also, Josh1, thank you. I'm just going to pull this up. There is a full solar system in the base game. This game is a lot bigger than I realized. Holy shit.
So no more Jeb, Val, Bob, or Bill.
The Bob's
Rest in
gone.
peace.
in
Instead,
chat.
we have recruited Urk and Elza Kerman. They've so far flown a few missions each and not died in the process.
Oh, better than usual.
Yet. Anyway,
The yet is important.
let us continue.
It's always the freaking lettuce meme, ma'am. It's always the lettuce meme. Launch. Ooh, bird sounds. How hard on your system is this game anyways? If it's a huge simulation
Ah,
area.
yes. The sweet sound of incredibly loud birds. We're
Yep.
starting our interplanetary exploration with the easiest planet to visit, Duna, which is the Kerbal equivalent of Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Our first mission,
With a lot of ice right at the top of it. Oh, wow. And a little at the bottom. Wait, is this just a Dune reference? It's probably just a Dune reference. Yeah, that would do it.
we'll place an unmanned probe in orbit.
Whee.
This probe will map out the surface and establish a site for future missions to land and perhaps even colonize. For this
Oh.
mission, we have created the most powerful rocket ever built. For
The
like
big
the seventh
PP?
time. Its name, Joe Bidome. It has two big solid boosters, a
God.
powerful core stage, and a very efficient upper stage. Now let's get this lad into orbit.
They all just look phallic, man. Also, I'm being told by Martin, get used to the lettuce. He does it at the start of every vid. Oh, God. Oh, so far, nothing broke. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, it hasn't broken yet. Things are working. I'm not used to that happening. It has hit points. Armor? Why would you need armor? Did I misread that? Armor thickness. It has armor. Are there asteroid problems in this game? Oh god, there would be asteroid... That's... I guess if you're trying to take off into a ring system, that would definitely be something to simulate. Or is that probably one of the mods? Heh. Space Center.
Very nice. We're left with precisely 6,262 meters per second of delta V. Oi, sir, what's delta V?
Rocket fuel? Damn it, Keith!
Speed. Quite simple. It's how fast you're moving. For
Oh!
example,
Oh, delta V would be the velocity, wouldn't it? Oh, okay.
4 meters per second. Or, for my American viewers, 2.77 Barrett M82A1s per second.
Oh, I actually appreciate when someone actually translates to an understandable system. It really does help.
Velocity. It represents speed, but with direction. 4 meters per second.
Because you can change direction without losing some speed because of that. Like, if you're trying to turn around, you have to completely lose that and burn it off some way.
To the right. In physics, and in maths, the capital delta from the Greek alphabet refers to a change in something. So, delta V would be a change in velocity. For example, we're traveling forwards in a straight line at 100 meters per second. If we point our craft forward, how fast would you expect we go after burning all of our fuel? 200. Well, since we have a... Kevin? Be quiet. Well, since we have 100...
Is it bad how much I'm looking forward to the little segments right now where he's actually teaching surprisingly well? Is this guy just someone who in real life is a scientist and they're like an actual teacher? Because this feels like a lot of repressed anger that is maybe completely justified.
50 meters per second of delta V, we'd expect to be going around 250 meters per second. And sure enough, we do. If we face backwards and do the same experiment, we go 50 meters per second in the opposite direction. Nice. So why is this useful? Well, it basically measures how far our craft can go. Remember, our craft is being pulled by gravity. In order to escape its influence, we need to go fast. In order to go fast, we need to change our velocity, and thus, we need delta V. People have made these nice looking maps that give a rough estimate of how much you need to go anywhere in the solar system.
Why is there a random Kerbal Cthulhu? You know what? I'm not even going to bother asking. But dear God, man. They had to design it like a freaking subway map? Also, I know as an American, me making that reference at all is kind of weird. I've seen them before in pictures.
As we can see, to get to Duna, we need to escape Kerbal's gravity and then extend our orbit to intersect Duna's. According to the map, this will take us around 1,000 meters per second. Anyway, let's go to Duna.
Ooh, Milky Way. I don't. The visuals in this game are pretty cool looking. Also, is this in-game music? I think it actually is in-game music. Although I definitely would speed this up. And as you're plotting out the change in velocity, you can see as the expanding line goes even further. Also, apparently, according to MI, Marge is a full-time gamer and a full-time streamer. He just happens to know his shit. God damn. And as you expand it, you see the closest approach
To get our
lines.
desired trajectory, we carefully plot out a course to a nice low orbit that is highly inclined. However, on the way there, I do this. Oh!
What?
What happened here is my incredibly fat, sausage-like fingers mashed the time accelerate button and shot me straight past Duna. Are you nice. Not to worry though, we packed way more fuel than necessary and can literally just turn around and chuck her in reverse. To prevent shooting past again, we point backwards at the closest approach and slow down until we get a nice circular orbit.
Huh. Packing extra fuel. Nice. Also, I'm being told that's just montage music, not from the actual game. Honestly, kind of be awesome if that was inside the game itself. It's kind of a banger. Good, relaxing, like, montage music. Definitely works. Kind of surprised you didn't go for a different planet then.
And there we have it. We're in orbit and mapping the surface of our first planet.
By every lap of
On
it, yeah.
to...
Launch 2.
I'm just going to tell you right now, Launch 2 was a complete disaster.
Oh?
For Launch 2, we built another powerhouse of a rocket, Pog Frog 1, with one simple goal: footprints and a flag on Duna. The rocket was going to place this section here in orbit of Duna. This lander would then separate and fly itself down to the surface where we'd do whatever it is we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Whether that be running temperature scans, planting important flags, observing the goo, or dropping the Kerbal repeatedly on his head. After doing this important science, we'd hop in the lander and fly it back into orbit to meet up with the transfer stage.
But...
Fairly simple, right? Yeah, you'd think.
What actually happened?
Let's launch.
So far, so good. Okay, I'm assuming that part was supposed to come off.
It was here in low Kerbal orbit that I realized my first mistake. Luckily, it was fairly inconsequential. Instead of a scientist, the game had placed an engineer into the rocket, meaning we had to launch a quick ship to swap out the Kerbals.
I'm sorry, you can have ships meet up to change out who's in there as part of the game? Are you able to build, like, full-on space stations for space launches at this point? Is that a factory option you can even get into? I wouldn't normally think this is even possible, but it almost seems like this entire game, with all the mods added, might allow a lot more in here.
To this, we transferred to Duna.
I'm being told later we build up
in
to
orbit,
that? Oh,
we
God.
separated the lander, hopped inside, and lowered our orbit into the atmosphere.
Shit. Yeah, you can do space flights and spacewalks. You can make space stations. So how is this going to go bad? Seems like it's working pretty well so far.
And there we have it. Urk hopped out and planted our first interplanetary flag. He named this incredible site
Bean.
Monkey Planet, now claimed, and inscribed the plaque with
Monkey. Give the monkey a gun. Monkeys love guns.
Truly an event to behold. It was at this point that I ended the stream. It was quite successful.
But...
Nothing exploded. No Kerbals died.
Wait
Generally,
for it.
good stream. If only the next went as smoothly. The next stream
How
began
bad did
where
it
the
get?
previous left off. We just landed and collected some sweet science. Now, in KSP, you can quite easily rack up huge amounts of science by visiting different biomes. And this is what I
There's
planned to do
biomes?
first thing this stream. Lucky for us, there was a different biome quite close to our landing site, so I decided to go and visit. And then, this happened. Well, fuck.
Ooh.
No way to get back into orbit, no way to meet up with the transfer stage, and no way to get back home. Poor Urk was stranded. So, we immediately got to work on...
Wait, he's actually going to do a rescue mission? Oh my god. I didn't even just... Initially, I assumed that the Kerbals were there more as just like, okay, here's the little face in the corner that you don't ever deal with. But just seeing that you could have the spacewalk to switch out pilots, and now you could do... This is a lot more involved than I thought so. And I'm not even going to try R3M. The docking port can connect crafts. Okay. So there is actually an entire message for that in-game.
This was actually quite easy to design.
Really?
Because we'd already done it.
Oh.
Introducing Pogfrog 1.5.
My god.
Thank you. Thank you.
We built a ship to get another ship.
All we had to do was remove the science experiments, most of the transfer stage, add an antenna, and we were ready for launch.
Oh.
So, we launched.
Why is it going to blow up?
However, on the way up to orbit, this happened. Yes, that is in fact where the engine is supposed to be.
Oh.
Despite this minor readjustment, we pressed on with the upper stage and made it into orbit.
Oh.
In orbit, we opened up the solar panels and
the engine fell off and worked.
Duna's transfer window, which was going to be in around 150 days, meaning Urk had to entertain himself on Duna's surface for over half a year.
Good thing you don't need to eat.
Urk. Oi, sir. We then set time acceleration to 1 million times and quickly got to the transfer window. Oi! Just wondering what a transfer window is?
Oh, is this going to be like where it's closest so you don't have to travel as far because it is still technically going around the solar body? Oh.
Nah, that's it. I've had enough.
Just going to actually take him out back and beat him? What? Oh! They just threw Kevin out the window.
Anyway, class, you may be wondering what a transfer window is. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Today, we're learning some more basic orbital mechanics.
Oh my god.
So, here I am, in orbit, at 75 kilometers in altitude, only just above Kerbin's atmosphere. Here is Jim. Say hi, Jim.
Jim is there.
He's
okay. That happened.
Orbiting at 150 kilometers in altitude. Which one do you expect orbits Kerbin faster? If you said Jim, you're wrong, and you should feel bad. I orbit faster. But why?
Oh, so the transfer window isn't between planets, it's something else. No, it's probably meeting up between them at various velocities, because otherwise you'd be overshooting or they'd be overshooting then. And Josh, there's actually a theory in the community that Kerbals are capable of photosynthesis. That explains the green aspect. They're literally just beings. But also the plant, as well as the flower, as well as the leaf, all in one body. That's actually kind of cool.
Well, firstly, if you cast your mind back to circle geometry, this circumference is smaller than this one. So it has less overall distance to travel.
Because it's not the speed you're traveling, it's who's making more rotation. Okay, yeah.
On top of this, my craft is experiencing stronger gravity because it's closer to Kerbin.
Which is also more speed to draw.
Stronger gravity means we need more force in the opposite direction to cancel it out.
This isn't actually a real force, but it's easier to visualize. The math works the same. Yeah, because you're not doing the force up, you're doing force forward and up so you can keep going forward without losing the momentum, which would also then pull you down faster.
Which means we need to go faster. Hence, our speed is higher, and our distance is shorter, making each orbit much faster than Jim's. This demonstration also applies to planets. Kerbin is closer to the Sun than Duna, and thus orbits faster.
Also, if you want an idea of what this looks like IRL, if you ever see one of those penny donation funnels where you spin them around and they go down and down and down, as they get closer in, without falling in, they're always going at a faster and faster speed as they get closer in, because they need more velocity, otherwise they lose it. And as soon as they lose speed, they fall. So if for any reason it wobbles and it loses the speed to keep going around and keep maintaining its velocity, it just gets drawn into the gravity of the center of that funnel. Things are fun.
Sometimes they're close together, sometimes they're far
Brandon,
apart.
for the
Now,
summer car series? Oh god.
Lucky for us, there's a time when they line up just right and a craft can travel between them very easily for relatively low fuel. This time is called a transfer window.
So it was actually a transfer between planets. Okay.
The downside, of course, is you have to wait for it. bringing us back to Pogfrog 1.5, sitting in orbit of Kerbin, waiting for the optimal transfer window. And would you look at that, it looks like we're ready to go.
Oh, there's a launch pad up there. Yeah, and there goes Kevin. Dude. I wonder how much just playing this game and having the orbital mechanics plotted out like this is inspiring people to do it themselves. Also, all of the various orbits are circular here. I wonder why. Normally, orbits are way weirder. Like Pluto, how it's an elliptical orbit, where it looks like it was bashed by various planetary bodies to the point where it was breaking its own relativity. Not relativity, more like its orbit is heavily elliptical. And sometimes it crosses with its moon as well, which is almost the same size. Dude. And now they're on Duna. Safe landing. Nice.
Now, we have a slight problem. Our lander is quite low on fuel.
Oh.
And our Kerbal is about 19 kilometers away.
I'm assuming all the fuel in the previous capsule is already gone because it probably exploded, so that's not going to happen.
Quite close to a half marathon distance. So, we better start waddling.
Wait, you have to actually control him the entire time? Oh. And he is just waddling, too.
Oh, wow, would you look at that? The footage corrupted, and we're here.
Nah, I didn't see anything. Nothing happened there. Nope.
Amazing. We seem to be very low on fuel, but that should be okay. Let's get out of here.
Also, because this is incredibly relevant to what we were just talking about, I'm going to pull it up. Gabriel, you mentioned an elliptical orbit is affected by other planets and stellar forces applying on that planet or stellar object. Yep. Although I think specifically Pluto is theorized that its orbit is so extreme, not just because of the influence of the planets, but also because of actual direct contact, which may or may not be why it's broken up from its moon as well. Because I think Charon is it's either a captured asteroid or the other half of the initial mass. Although that might have been broken apart because of the larger planets near it as well. I'm not entirely sure. I think recently they just changed, like within the decade, changed the hypothesis of how its orbit is so changed. Oh, we're back to the board. And look at that. It's a little corruption and Keith is back.
What the fuck?
You got
Hold
Keith.
on, let me fix that.
She's gonna go out there and it actually. This is how you fix all electrical problems. You beat them with a ruler. It works all the time. Half of the time. 50% of the time. 100% of the time. Nice.
Ah, there we go.
Well, I see in space.
A nice round orbit created by our large amounts of fuel and delta V that we absolutely had on our rocket without question. No questions. Only problem here is we seem to have run out of fuel. And we need to meet up with the transfer stage in orbit. But we can't.
Gonna jump?
Because there's no fuel. So Urk is stranded again. I think you know what this means.
Rescue mission 2? Rescue mission 2! Oh my god.
This mission is even simpler than the last one. Because Urk is no longer on the surface of Duna, we don't need to include a lander. Instead, we can simply include a small orbital vehicle for Urk to use to reunite him with the transfer stage.
Oh.
Unfortunately for Urk, although this rocket is on the pad and ready to go, he'll still need to wait another 150 days for the transfer window and another 100 for the transfer itself. Poor Urk.
Just floating around, being a bean in space. Science! Yep, and there's where they meet up.
And we're here. Urk, however, doesn't have any fuel in his EVA pack, which means we need to move the rocket just right in order for him to grab onto the ladder.
Can I accidentally burn him?
And there we go.
Oh.
We get in, meet up with the transfer stage.
He made it in?
Get inside, wait for the Duna to Kerbin transfer window, transfer back to Kerbin, ditch the engine and tank, re-enter Kerbin's atmosphere, open up the parachute, land, and recover the vessel. So
Does it all
finally,
work?
after several years in space, Herc is home. And on
And he immediately dies in probably some kind of stupid accident right after this, doesn't he?
So we'll give him a one name.
Wait, what did it say over there? Let's see if I can pull up that last comment. God will have to beg for my forgiveness. Oh, Gabriel, you mentioned what happened when a person stays more than 3 years in space radiation. I don't know about 3 years, but I think they are currently testing between a pair of astronauts who are identical twins. One stayed on Earth and one stayed on the space station for an entire year. And they're still monitoring them now to see what changes happen. There is a little time dilation, but it's not like even a second of distance, I think, just because of the different gravity levels. But they are actually measuring the differences. And I think one of the big ones that was the most effective was the biomass loss because of just muscle and bone density going off really hard from that many hours, well, entire year spent outside of gravity or as much gravity.
So we'll give him a one day break and then send him back out.
Oh, God. Dead.
So, after a long and tedious design... Okay, let me let him back in.
Yeah, Kevin survived outer space. They just do that. I don't get it either, man. That's just the rules.
Anyway, after a long design process, here is what the program has come up with. The wonderfully named Urk's Tomb, to remind him of how long he's going to be staying there.
Oh, God.
This craft is a ground base.
How?
Its goal is to land on the surface of Duna and use this little module here, a science lab.
How detailed can you make these various modules? Because this one seems significantly bigger than some of the other ones. Ooh, also ore? You want me to check out the video 1632 by Eric Flint? What if time-traveling hillbillies saved Europe? What? Oh, God. I can add it to the list, but that is definitely a video, man. That feels very much like a New York Yank in King Arthur's court. I've never read it, but it's definitely a thing. I'm just going to save this for later. Oh, God.
In a science lab, you place important data.
Oh, they burn.
Experiments
Yeah.
and analyze it. It takes in one science as one data, and after analysis, gives you 5 science.
Oh.
So basically,
1 to 5.
science times 5.
I
Pretty
like
pog
math.
if you ask me.
Pog.
Now, Mr. Kevin. Oh, yeah? I'm going to issue you a challenge.
Oh, no.
If you can design the transfer craft and launcher for this base, I won't throw you into space ever again.
Oh, no.
Oh, and you have 4 seconds. Go. Okay, time's up. Oh, yeah, I think I did pretty good. Let's see what you got for us, Kevin.
If this is what your rocket looks like after 4 hours, seek help. I'm not sure I mean doctor, but just seek help in general.
My God. It's beautiful. The optimized engines, the fuel ducts leading into the center stage, the 300 kilograms off the mass limit, the slightly scuffed fairing.
It even has a watermark.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
Kevin, it's bad.
What? He just threw him
Anyway,
out
we're
again.
going to use this vehicle to take us to Duna. Oi! Why'd you throw me out? You're using me craft. Yeah, anyway.
I mean, that is something lecturers are known to do. Unironically, there are some classes where there are professors with reputations for appropriating their students' work, not so much in certain literary classes, but whenever there's more research-based programs in universities, there's rumors. Thankfully, I never had to deal with that because I always did the stupid English side where it's like, I'm not going to steal your work because no one's going to dare read it. There's not enough money worth it if I stole it. To which I would say, yeah, that's fair.
Let's get this guy up and into orbit.
Yes, the Shrode one. Where's the Chode one? Why did it just black out? Oh, it's probably a loading error. Or it was in shadow. Okay. That does look cool.
All right.
So far, so
I think
good.
you know the drill by now.
Let's see if he survives this one. All answers point to entirely possible. Dude. Yep. Got the... Oh! Oh, you can look from inside the pod! There's even a note over here as well. Oh my god. That's so cool, though. Oh.
For the final time, Urk has touched down on Duna.
He's back.
Unfortunately for him, he will never leave again. He plants a flag and inscribes the plaque with... Uh-oh.
What?
Poor Urk. He
Why?
goes and runs all the experiments available on the craft. This would ordinarily create a pretty big bounty of science for us. But with this science lab, we can turn it into a huge amount of science.
Why?
Given some time.
How long was he going to stay
And
there?
After a year and a half of sitting inside a cramped room collecting dust.
I mean, he's not trapped outside this time, or in space this time, for another year. Yeah.
Urk has generated over 8,000 science for the program to use.
God damn.
Urk has made great sacrifices for our space program, and for that, we are thankful. Thank you, Urk. Godspeed.
They're just leaving him there.
Oh, wait, what the hell? Where'd he go?
We're going to the breaker again?
Kevin?
What the
Hey, Kevin, what are you doing? What the fuck? Where'd you get that from? Kevin.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? We're looking at full on... Are those Gatling cannons? Okay, we're going full on sci-fi on this one.
Get back, Kevin, what the fuck?
Who's ready for some science? Yeah.
I'm doing my own thing. Fuck you. Kevin! What?
He jumped in the airlock.
Where'd he go? What the hell?
Lightspeed engaged.
He'll come back, right?
Nope. Or he will, with
Right.
friends. I'm being told this is actual in-game mods. Dude. This is so incredibly cool. I'm sorry, I love giant constructions. This is just cool, man. Might want to speed it up then to catch up to whatever warp shit P just made.
Well, anyway, where were we? Oh, that's right. With our huge bounty of science, we can research new and exciting technologies. Better heat shields, more efficient engines, and special nuclear reactors are all available to us now.
Oh,
Very good. I think this means we should start building...
launch 4.
So, we've conquered Duna. Some probes, a landing, and a base.
Hmm?
Now let's move closer to the sun, to the purple boy.
That's... Okay, I get why there, but why do they have, like, mattresses on them as well? I'm not the only one seeing that, right? It looks like they just put a mattress on each solar array.
Eve, the biggest bastard in the solar system. What are we going to do there? The exact same thing as with Duna, but with a single launch. We're going to send a relay probe and a base.
Oh, so they're probably sending the relay probe to detach or to do it before they actually land. Okay. And they use the first probe as just the way to do it. Kind of wondering why they only put some of the solar panels on the outside rather than just like the usual wing format that a lot of spaceships do. Or not spaceships, like space stations do. Like, are they detachable or is that even an option? You know, like, considering everything we've seen so far, there's probably too many options for me to even count. Ooh. And Dulo, I'm probably butchering your name. Or I guess Dulozet. One knee. I'm probably butchering your name even further now. You finally caught a stream. Nice. I have a question. Is there a reason the videos and your reactions are zoomed in? Oh, I just like them this way. That's all. Yeah, personal opinion.
No lander this time around, because leaving Eve is reserved for people that have gained access to their entire nervous system. So why
Right.
is Eve a total bitch to leave? 3 things. Its very dense atmosphere, general girthiness, and high gravity. At sea level, the atmosphere is so dense that some engines simply don't work at all. The other reason is that to orbit Eve, you need to be going at around 3,000 meters per second, which is pretty quick. So no leaving for us. Or at least our Kerbals. On this one-way trip to the purple hellscape, we have recruited our man, our boy, our hero, Obson Kerman.
Who also has only 1 star in science, so they don't need much there.
Be seated in the craft.
Also, I'm being told by Sturg it's because you don't usually need that much power in game. Okay, that's why they don't have that many solar panels. Okay.
Science lab for the remainder of his life.
I wonder why the outside coating is always so bulbous. Probably to get through the air easier. Yeah, that makes sense. Time warping. Yeah, it's a good thing that never backfired ever. And they're almost at the window. And there's the probe they already detached. Okay.
We lower it into the atmosphere. Time accelerate ahead, burn up and explode.
Oh, shit.
Just kidding, I'm a professional, and this is definitely something I would never do.
Hey, look at that, there's another glitch.
At the lowest point of the orbit, around 50 kilometers up, so the atmosphere can slow us down. Wow, would you look at that? It's getting hot. Really, really hot. Must be all that friction, right? Yeah, that friction really generates a lot of heat on re-entry, doesn't it, guys? Yeah, friction! Definitely couldn't be any other mechanism other than friction.
What?
Hello? Yeah, who is this? Wait, what about the YouTube comments? Oh, it's not friction? Huh. No, I didn't get it wrong in the last video. You see, there's this guy in my class, and he's called Kevin.
Oh god, they're blaming
Hello
Kevin
again?
for this.
It's me, Vsauce Derek. I'm here to talk to you about compression. No, not video compression. Air compression.
Yeah, video compression. It's also the reason these videos were recorded in 4K. Never uploaded in 4K, but always there.
Air compression is actually what causes the heating on re-entry. But how? Well, first off, what is air made of? Pretty simple.
Particles.
It's made of molecules. A whole lot of molecules. Now, what is temperature? Also pretty simple. It's how much a given molecule or atom is vibing. More vibes equals more kinetic energy, which equals higher temperature. Fairly simple. So as you can imagine, if you squish a bunch of air molecules together, they're going to bump into each other quite a lot. Bumping into each other equals more vibes, which equals higher temperature. Now normally
I just realized, based on this description of it, if you touch a hot plate, you're literally doing a vibe check. Yep, we're at that level of dumb meme. Okay.
moving around in the air doesn't burn you to a crisp because the air molecules can get out of the way. However, say we're traveling at a modest 3 kilometers per second.
Yeah.
The air molecules now don't have any time to get out of the way and are compressed into a superheated plasma. Pretty cool. Actually, no, pretty hot.
Yeah.
Which is why we have this heat shield. Anyway, we don't burn up in the atmosphere, deploy the chutes,
1 second.
jettison the heat shield.
Yeah, my wife was just collecting the pieces of a broken pot or pan vase? Pottery that my cats broke. She put it back together successfully. Looks good.
Deploy the legs and touch down on the surface of Eve. Very good.
All works.
Obson leaves the confines of the science lab for the last time in his life and plants a flag reading, Obson
Okay.
in the house.
Oh my god. Woo-hoo. Wait, what did they mean the last time?
Once he gets back inside, he begins working
Oh,
through
because
the
he
mountain
stays
of
in there for the
data,
rest of his life.
slowly turning it into sweet, sweet science. How much science? Well, after 3.5 years, he manages to acquire 25,000 science points. Well done, Obson. Good
And yeah, they're just photosynthesizing. Goddamn. Nice.
job. Like the
Wait, what did it say? I have been locked in this room for 3 years. This is my final message. Please send help. All he wants is science. I can't stop the research. 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 I can't. And there's Obson's last words. Remember them well.
Like the last time, we use the science to unlock more parts, and then we go out again.
More science.
So, there we go. Eve conquered in one launch. Very good.
Only one
Next
launch.
up, the
Nothing else
Joule
happened.
system. Now there's a problem with going to Joule. It's very far away, which means our high-powered 4G antennas can't reach it to communicate with our crafts. Even if we upgraded to the skin-melting speeds of 5G, the signal will still be lost behind all the planets. The solution? A relay satellite network in orbit of Joule.
Oh.
Like real 5G, our satellites are short range. So how do we solve this problem? More satellites.
Goddamn!
Behold, the great and powerful Telstra Incorporated 5G tower dispenser. The most powerful rocket ever built. 16 satellites per layer.
That's actually how they're doing this one? Oh, wow.
2 layers per hex section, 3 hex sections. In total, 96 satellites in a single launch. Very nice. 5G coverage, here we come.
Is it going to blow up immediately? I'm always surprised when they don't blow up for some reason. So just how far out are we going?
To spread
These are
the
still-
satellites out nice and far, we place the craft into an orbit intersecting Joule's chunkiest moon, Tylo.
Wait, why the moon?
Then we max out the reaction wheels, spin up the craft to a truly eye-watering speed, and...
What? Oh, it's throwing everything out everywhere so you have complete coverage. But wouldn't that just all crash in the moon if you have the gravity from that one instead? I'm assuming all the spinning out satellites can then be moved on their own to achieve orbit.
And there we go. We've rendered the map completely unusable, but we've also placed probes absolutely everywhere. I see this as a complete win.
How do you find
Now, I
anything
know
on
I
that
said
map?
I'd do an ELU base this episode, but I can't be asked. Once again, you'll have to wait for episode 3. I'll tell
Why
you
did
when the
that
next one comes
explode?
out, but only if you subscribe. This is not optional. Oh, and also follow my Twitter to gain deep insights into the human experience.
Jeb is dead, and I killed him. My God.
This is also not optional. And while you're at it, like the video.
There's
Come
a
on now.
third gun.
Being real for a minute, I haven't really acknowledged that I have in fact grown a whole lot.
Yeah?
Thank you all
Ooh,
for
what's he at now anyways?
150,000 subscribers. If you have a 1080p monitor,
2.67 million.
this is what 150,000 pixels
Damn.
looks like. Each pixel in this yellow square is one of you. Pog.
That's
Unless you
Jeff.
unsubscribe.
Nice.
Not Pog. Speaking of not Pog, I've ordered a bunch of new PC bits.
Wait, what was his old PC?
Unsubscribed. Not Pog. Speaking of not Pog,
I mean, can we all acknowledge his old PC actually looks pretty cool? I don't think it's a Corsair box with a very big fan case. It's really boxy. Like, unironically, I don't know any PC that looks like that now at all.
I've ordered a bunch of new PC
The new one's basically what you think of when you think of PC, though. The old one kind of looks cooler, though.
bits, but they're all out of stock. Hopefully once they all arrive, the videos can be 60 FPS at 1440p.
The more things change, the more they are exactly the same. Also, according to Bill, in this game, you can mod it so you can probe the sun. That's pretty cool.
Which would be pretty cool. Anyway, boyos, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and adios.
Wait, is there more he put in? Oh, there is. Oh. Do we get space con? Is that a freaking Death Star? No, he's just going into space. The ship with Gatling cannons. Keith? Keith, what are you doing? Sorry, Kevin. Proxima Centauri. Oh my God, what the fuck, man? I have absolutely no idea what's about to happen, but this is going way crazier than I thought. Because I thought it's just like, okay, we're going to be exploring what's going on. Now it's like, oh, yeah, no. We have PvP space combat as a possibility. All the exploration, science harder. Oh my god. I love this. It's stupid, but I absolutely love it because of how stupid it is. It's just the best thing ever, man. Oh. Also, I'm being told by Martin to remember that Mart is at his sanest and least unhinged right here. This is the least unhinged. I know you mentioned it earlier, but goddamn. Yeah. I kind of really want to see where this goes from here. So for everyone in chat who got me to check this one out again, thank you. It's really getting good. Mostly because I love seeing the more sci-fi elements coming into any possible game. So if that's mods, someone did a good job. Basically what I'm saying is if you haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.